Aloha. Left off on rituals and numbers and subconscious magic games that get played right under our noses, right in front of us, everywhere, and how we activate that space by believing in it and reinforcing it within our own personalities and our own expressions of ourselves and interactions with each other and ideas of culture and ideas of parenting and raising, the way we raise our children, the way we eat, the way we drink, the way we everything comes from a space. And this is funny. This page, I'm not even looking at this. And, wow. The so yeah, when you have stories that exist that are rooted in gold and diamond and like super gold and super diamond, and you have stuff that can you have stuff that they can unify an entire field of people, an entire species of people. If that space has been under control for so long, you're gonna have people who are gonna be not wanting to let go of that power grid. Then you're gonna have people that exist within that space that really just under there that really believe in that world, and they will do things that will involve killing other people to protect themselves. And that's where the wartime mentality comes in, and where they will not think twice with making 1 billion Army commercials and Navy commercials and Marines commercials and recruiting bases and in your schools, in and around your kids' schools, and all this other stuff on TV and radios. Your babies are listening to the radio play, and then an Army commercial comes on the radio. That baby is getting programmed by that commercial. They're hearing all of that stuff, and it's being programmed into their dreams. So these dreams are being manipulated by these people. So once you have your dream space, and this is how I explained it yesterday to my brother, what happens is, so these are perfect. So we come into this reality, and we come in with these access points as a baby. We're born here. So this is the spiritual space of infinity, and this is the material realm, the physical reality. So we get born into this space, and we're constantly like spinning with this reality, and then our dreams exist as, like, for example, this book. If this book had everything in this book, this like, yeah, this Reader's Digest as book. So anyway, this is us in a human experience as, you know, a spiritual spiral. This is 2 spirals on one piece of copper. So anyway, and this is just one. So physical reality and the infinite spiritual experience, which is infinity. So, and us, this is us and us all in one thing. So we get here spinning around as babies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, and around 5 to 7 years old, that's when school starts to kick in. So we're listening to we're learning from our parents, what they learned from their parents, and we're learning what this physical reality is all about, because this is always there, and this is how we're always experiencing this infinite field in our dreams. That's why dreams are very important. So when your dreams get manipulated to be not important anymore, then you are losing a piece of yourself. You're like losing no less than a curve on your experience. So you're on your infinite experience. So what happens is that this starts spinning around at between 1 and 5 years old. You've been having 1 to 5 years of programming. You've had one of downloading of information, of convincing of this is your reality. This is how this experience exists on this planet. This is what this is all about. I'm covering that up. Oops. So since this all exists together as one, when you're a baby, you're balanced. You're processing that stuff. Everything that you need to get out of and understand in your dream space as a baby, you're anchored here, and you're processing all that stuff, and you're good. You're fully activated. You're not working against yourself with any kind of self-destructive programs yet, because you haven't been trained enough to start to work and undo this spiral. You're just like ripping this spiral apart through self-destructive measures because of a creation that somebody has put in your brain for you to do that. And messed up food and messed up fluoride in the water, and messed up air, and jacked up soil, and one of the biggest ones are the infected psyches, the infected ideas of self-destructive behavior that gets put in there. And that's the main thing that starts to go throughout the planet to take us out. But individually, this is what happened. So for example, this is what happened to me, and this is what happens to a lot of kids. Between 1 and 5 years old, you're grooving. I remember my dreams when I was like 5, 6, and 7. I remember this whole time frame. Because my friends at that age, we used to talk about our dreams at school, and the first days of school, kindergarten, first grade, all this stuff was very impactful. Like, it was very alive. It was a live space. It was brand new. It was like, oh, this is school. I can't wait to go to school and see all these other people and talk about all this stuff. And at my time, at that time, so this was in 87? Yeah. So 87, 88, and 80. Yeah, 87, 88, 89. That time frame is right when 89 was the earthquake at the Battle of the Bay. Man. October 17th. Yeah, so all these anyway, let me get back one point. So yeah, 5, 6, and 7 is when you start to lose your dreams, because the 5-year mark, not only because that, but this is another one. You're creating your reality at that time frame on this place, and these start to get fuzzy. The signal starts to get messed up, because that initial physical reality program is meant to challenge this. It's meant to challenge this. If you don't keep this alive, if you don't keep this part of yourself alive, and this reality starts to become more centered as this is it, this is like this reality, this starts to fade, and this will fade out of the picture. This your infinite space, and the dream realm, which exists everywhere, your surrounding reality, how they create your facts and fallacies. They create this world and remove everything out of it, and close the book, and then hide the book out of the picture, and you just stuck with a blank canvas. But to destroy yourself with and each other. So that exists in everything of these rituals. This is all a ritual of removal and recycling and challenge. Really, it's really just a challenge. Like, it's a challenge to yourself, because you are the experiencer and the creator of this space. So you're consciously aware on every level of what's going on. This experience is challenging otherwise. So the physical reality and the spiritual reality are the challenges that people who want to control work with. So if this is a singular experience, the physical reality, they can just untwist psychologically your spiral, remove your dreams, remove your access to infinity, get that out, and then now they have a spiral that needs to be programmed to do something, whatever it is, because your natural spiral is not spinning anymore, and you're not balanced anymore with understanding the fullness of the self in all spaces. So once that gets out, then you can control this. Once this book gets closed, then you can control this, every individual, psychologically and physically. So psychologically, they start with the babies, the back programming with the radios and the televisions and the thought processes of even the parents and how the parents interact with the kids, and what the parents are subconsciously telling the kids when they're reacting that way based upon the society and the rituals that they have been subject to throughout the system that they haven't even understood yet. So football and ESPN, all this stuff, these are flicker rate. These keep flashing. Every time you see a flicker rate like this, that's trying to remove your infinite space and flicker rate you into this physical fucking reality to stay here and only believe that this is important, only this, and it moves everything out of there. So yeah, like War said, don't let nobody get you down. Don't let no one get you down, because you exist as all of this, and the creators of this is very important in understanding the magic of this experience. So dreams are very important. The spiritual space, the infinite space, the physical reality is beautiful and part of this. This is it. This is what we're doing here. We are spinning. We are galaxy in itself, experiencing itself on a planetary realm right now. This is so when these spirals get twisted and all just out of whack and ripped up and everything, which is psychologically what's going on, you focus on the physical part of it. That's another part. That's why the physical is so focused on. Like, everybody's like, gotta work out. You gotta run 10 miles a day. You gotta work. You gotta go to the gym 3 times a day. You gotta eat this protein, this, and you drink this and blend this. You gotta do all this stuff. And everybody's got a different balance. Everybody's got a different mixture of whatever it is that they gotta do for their daily realities. Down to the fact that energy itself exists for people to be picking up. And so that goes into the 3 meals a day and that whole, who made that shit up? So you trace all this stuff back. All these are systems of control to limit you and box you in. So if you're a spiral and you're spinning and somebody says you're going to eat 3 times a day, you're just going to, and then that's like, okay. You know, so it's simplifying you. It's graying everything out. And these don't spin anymore. This doesn't even exist anymore in this space when these limitation programs come down. And you end up spinning this kind of spiral to the next page after next page after next page, going through these facts and fallacies over and over again, and continually covering up and distancing the self. Still, you exist in there. It's never lost with you, but this becomes more of a reality. And when the program or the the programs get installed and the dreams get removed, then the creator in you shuts down. That's clocking in. That's what it is. Clocking in to a physical reality and clocking out of the physical or the infinite experience. Once you clock into this space, you lose your dreams, you lose this, you lose perspectives on the connection of all of this. This spiral gets wrapped up in confusion. So, yeah. None of that. These programs are being seen for what they are. People are no longer clocking into this bullshit. And things are changing. So I'll thank you for joining me. I'll leave off on that. And until next time, peace, love, and harmony.